damage.
heroes at release.
Oh no, I think I froze or something.
Yeah. There's a question going if you get more DNA in co-op than in solo.
I don't believe so. I think you get whenever you pick up DNA in co-op, everybody gets DNA. So like you share all the DNA, and then we drop the same amount. The same way that the orbs work too. It's actually
Ooh, check out my damage.
One of the things that happens when you're sidekicking is you get if you're higher level than the other people, you get like we said, even out so everyone can have a fun time. You still get DNA as if you were at the higher level, just like you get higher level loot.
There's a question if you guys are gonna put in like survival mode, like to see like gauntlet mode, basically to see how long you can go.
Yeah, that's another one of those. It's like, how is the game going to develop? That's questions we're looking at until we want to answer. It's going to get through launch, and then we're going to start talking to the community and looking at what's going to be fun and exciting.
All the cool extras. Yep.
Certainly, we don't want to just throw a ton of modes, right? Like I'm sure you guys have seen PvP games, where like you just have 30 modes and nobody's playing any of them. We want to make sure that our PvP modes are all awesome and that they're exciting for everybody, and they've got a really good, solid fan base where you can find a game and have a good, chunky, exciting match.
Well, see, I think King of the Hill would work pretty good in here. Because that just sounds like fun.
Just because you'd want to win it all the damn time. We'd never get you to play campaign if there was a King of the Hill in here. You'd be too busy doing that all day.
No, I'd need to eventually.
I don't know, man. I've been holding this hill for like the past 4 days now.
Well, if I'm holding the fort, I don't need new items yet. If someone beats me, I have to go get new items.
Yeah, well, there you go.
That's true.
Let's see here. I don't know if he's going to answer this, but how will open beta be announced? I don't think you guys have gotten that far yet, have you? I mean,
how will open beta be announced?
I would. You guys are just going to send out emails to the closed beta people and say, "Hey, open beta's open," and then see what happens.
I actually don't know the answer to that question. Certainly, you can look at the forums. Like the forums will have that information. We put it right at the top for you, and you can always check always open the launcher too if you're unsure. But definitely keep an eye on the forums. That's the easiest way. And they may, I believe they send out emails, but I don't know 100%. So.
It's a notorious set of questions. Is there a way to unlock the camera from following your hero all the time?
No, there's not. And that's actually really deliberate. We talked about that a lot. It's really important from a game design point of view for a number of reasons that the camera sort of stay centered. It lets us do things with the projectile heroes, for example, where like you can kind of just shoot anything that you can see. It means that you can teleport, again, anywhere you can see. Like all those abilities sort of work the way you expect.
Yeah.
It also makes the controls a lot simpler, right? Like because it's click to move and click to attack. If you divorce the camera, then it becomes much harder to like manage the camera simultaneously. And that was definitely a consideration as well.
Nagato wants to know if you guys are going to have the spectator mode like we talked about it last night for like.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know if somebody was listening to the stream right now, they might. I don't know. So, I actually don't know. It's something. It sounds awesome though. It doesn't sound like that's
out of the realm of possibility.
It sounds like something that we totally would be interested in doing, and we definitely want to support the sort of referee esports style community, observer mode, and all that kind of thing. So,
and that kind of goes back to the answer.
Just make some noise, and we'll get in there.
About the the switching out heroes and the custom hero skins and all that stuff. I mean, obviously, you saw Lumen pop in, and automatically a lot of people were like, "Oh my God, it's Lumen," and then they'll change out. If it was a custom creature and it still happened to be Lumen, obviously people would cite cheating or exploitations or something like that. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
So that's the.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you can't tell from looking at the guy immediately what skills he's going to throw at you in 2 seconds, and it's already hard now, right? Like because you jump in and there's tons of effects all over the screen and everything else. Like we need to keep those silhouettes as clear as possible.
Right. Now, obviously, with the way Albatross is decked out as hero, that's even still pretty hard to do. But you can at least get the basic movement and coloration of what he may be to get it going. And especially when that pet shows up, you kind of have a a good round. I'm not party leader, by the way, but Zell does need an invite. I don't think I'm party lead anyways. Let's have a look-see.
Actually, I need to, I'm in like the last 5 minutes here because I gotta get back to work.
Okay, that's cool.
Go back to making features, but I can answer a couple more questions. Every minute I'm talking to you guys, unfortunately, as much fun as it is a question.
I know. We appreciate taking time out of your day, though, so.
One thing I
love doing it.
About, hopefully you didn't answer this question in my absence, but Spore and most of the other EA games that you made were native on Mac OS X. Was there any particular reason why this game was made to only work through Boot Camp on a Mac, or was it just time?
I don't know. I mean, that's on the business end, and yeah.
That was so it wasn't your end; it was a business decision then. In that case, I was just curious because you're one of the studios that I always liked because of.
Yeah, I don't actually even know if it was a business decision. It was a decision by somebody. Well,
somebody made a decision.
Somebody made a decision.
No, I was just curious because that was one thing I've known you guys for. Because obviously Sims 3, Spore, the original Spore, and all those other things worked on a Mac natively. And actually, I enjoyed testing this so much, I installed Boot Camp on my Mac so I could play it more. But that's an indication of anything.
Certainly, like there's been some noise about it. Make more noise. That has a big effect.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All
so
right.
if a lot of people want it, and like that definitely makes a big difference.
I mean, it runs fine. I was kind of surprised how well it did run on the Boot Camp.
That's actually been a huge relief for us too. That people on the Mac have totally been able to run with Boot Camp. That's awesome.
Because I've had mixed experiences with that in the past, so I was kind of hesitant. But it seems to be. It's a little bit. The graphics are a little glitchy still, but I'm a little bit older. I've put in bug reports to that effect regarding it. So,
is the corruptor Zellum or Silen? The voiceover seemed to mention
that question.
The voiceover seems to mention two different characters.
I can't answer that question.
Can't answer that question.
I know we can't answer that question.
Sorry, Lyric.
Lyric
can't do it.
So bad because I'm a big story nutcase when it comes to these kinds of games. Right. So I'm kind of interested to figure out who it is.
What are the animations in?
Oh, I should correct you too. We don't actually know that we're going to do 3v3 or 4v4. It's totally just something we need to evaluate. Like, is it good? Right? We need to sit down and play it a lot ourselves, and we just haven't done that yet. So there's a lot of like. Basically, if we're going to do any new mode, we're going to make sure it's awesome. And, we're not going to start talking about it until we know that that's going to be the case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Superstitious wants to know, are there going to be replays for PvP matches?
That's another good question. Make noise about it. We do have... it's a tricky question because of the way we do online stuff, but it's definitely something, if people are interested, let us know. And we can look into, what we can do. Hats are crucial.
Oh, dude, I'm just gonna show it right now. So, if you want hats, I got hats.
Not there.
You can.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Hats, of course.
Yeah, dude, I gave him the Professor Layton top hat. Why wouldn't I? There you go. There's the top hat. So.
There are also beards. Yeah.
There are gonna be beards. Yes, there are.
So who wants to hook me up with a beard? I just want to see it on my character.
You gotta play the game.
That's like I know 150. Apparently, I saw Apocalypse mode only for Mr. Beard.
I don't know. Some of those items can drop earlier too, because the way we do our uniques, uniques can show up early in the game at a lower level, and then you want the higher level version, of course. But I don't actually know where that level starts dropping.
I don't know. The forum said that it was a Apocalypse mode only item at the moment, but
it might be. Yeah, it might be. It'd be pretty funny.
So I'm dying to see. I can't wait to play those difficulties. Hopefully I get some sampling of it at some point. I don't know. We'll see.
I at this point, honestly, like with the way the game's going, I hope I even make it to Apocalypse. Like it's so hard.
Yeah, see, that's why I like challenges. We're dying for
I gotta
the
find a seat and then be like, oh man, like okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna get to Apocalypse and get through.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to because I haven't had a good challenge like that in a very, very long time.
Someone wants to know: has anybody beaten the game yet, all the way through?
So we have a whole test team internally. I don't know if that's changed. We had someone. We did have people who were getting really far, who were making progress, and we had to pull them back because we had to test other stuff, and we've rebalanced since then. So no one, I think, don't quote me on this one. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think anyone's beaten the game yet. But we were, it looked like it might be possible, but it hasn't happened yet. And then I think we made it harder. So we'll see what happens.
Just the way you're laughing again, that's why I'm dying to see it at some point, because it's going to be one of those experiences, I think.
Okay, now wait. One of the people are listening. Yeah, there is a question, like maybe one of the testers beaten it. I'm not actually sure, because I've been talking to him. He's gotten close, but he also hit a point where I thought that he thought he couldn't finish it. Like it was just he hit that wall that I was talking about before. You can definitely get close.
Somebody keeps asking about...
Maybe make it harder again. You never know. I've actually been pushing to make it even harder, so we'll see.
About what the DarkSpore GIFs are for in the My Documents DarkSpore Pictures section. There's apparently animated GIFs. And
there's quite a few of them, actually.
I think that's just part of our tech that we use in terms of caching off the creatures to help the loading times. So, yeah. I do believe some people may have done something with that, but I don't know anything about.
Yeah. You guys are still wanting to release April 26th, right? You guys haven't technically said.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's our release date.
Obviously, April 1st is tomorrow, so we just got to double check, man.
Yeah, he's got a couple hours before you're
outside the line. Because technically some of my stuff that we do on the side is in Korean time. We're already starting to get the jokes, and it's like,
oh man.
So.
Some of them were.
That's true.
Some of them were serious, so it was really kind of bad. Yeah. So yeah, guys, if you go on Steam right now, pretty much, you guys can download the client. If you can't get into the beta tomorrow, obviously you'll be signed up for future betas. They're also running a special, I believe, until the end of this week. Is that right, Max?
I don't know when it ends, but yeah, the special is running this week.
Basically, buy 3 copies, you get a 4th one free, pretty much. So. They're running that deal. Then obviously, if you guys pre-order 2, you guys get some special DLC stuff type of thing with items and all that good stuff, if I recall correctly, and whatnot. But it's all good stuff. But I know you have to get back, Max. So we definitely appreciate your time. We thank you so much for coming on, and we definitely look forward to seeing you guys coming on here and chatting with us again, hopefully. And
we look forward to
installments and whatnot, or if nothing else after release.
Yeah, no, it was great to talk to you guys. And yeah, keep playing, keep having fun. That's what it's all about.
Awesome, man. Well, I don't want to get you in trouble with your boss and all that good stuff, and obviously nobody wants us to be blamed for the delay of a game, so we'll go ahead and let you go.
No worries. Have a good night.
All right, thanks, man.
Enjoy the beta.
Yeah, have a good night.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
We will. We continue to.